Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're good wherever in the world you are, and welcome to my channel if you're new to this one. Good to be here, good to be with you again, and we are in a period of summertime here in Devon, in the UK, where I am, and I feel that it is getting colder. I feel that the summer here has, even though we are sort of in the middle of summer, it still feels a bit cold. There is a cold wind blowing, and initially my vegetables were struggling a bit. They're coming along now very well because of the rain we've had as well, and so they are doing fine now. But it has just been a different kind of year in many ways, and I'm just wondering whether we are seeing a change in the weather pattern here towards something slightly colder. I love the sun though, and so when we have some sunny days here, just making the most of it, and just doing all the sort of things that you do on a warm day, perhaps more than I would have done otherwise, like going to the beach and having a dip, or being outside much more. So so with that said, it's like setting the scene for how it is at the moment here. I wanted to come on to talk again about, strangely enough, that some of the same things that I've been talking about for quite a while, and it is as if these things come up again and again. It's maybe a variation of the same theme, but it is very much to do with being in the present and being who you are. These phrases and messages come up all the time about trusting who you are, and how do we actually go about this in our everyday life, because it is almost as if we are being so fixated of fixing things to do with ourselves, our lives, and also not trusting our own intuition, our own knowing of what is what. So I wanted to sort of start with this idea that we often feel, and maybe have been learning to feel, that there is something wrong with us in one way or the other. And I'm not talking about if, for example, we're ill or not necessarily, but I'm just talking about always feeling that we should be somewhere else than where we are, and that is obviously also maybe encouraged or brought about by social media and everything, about how you should be, advice about this, advice about that, and we are trying to navigate this whole sort of space about how do I actually practice being me. And I'm just starting now to come to this kind of conclusion where who you are, how I am just now in this very moment, is just completely okay. This is, and I think I've said this before as well. Where you are is okay. This is the only place to be. But to actually embrace that whole concept is a different thing, and I think that also the way that we have maybe been practicing law of attraction and listening to Abraham Hicks as well, and I've done that for many years, about constantly taking the temperature on where you are on the emotional scale now. That has sometimes also made it, sometimes if we take it too far, that it can sort of have a counter effect to what you actually want, because it is almost as if sometimes it is not okay to be where you are, and you should be feeling this and that, you should be feeling positive. Perhaps you may feel, I should be feeling this, I should be feeling that, but equally Abraham Hicks is saying, you know, start from where you are. That's the only way to start. I would go even further and say, feel into where you are, and let, just like, let that feeling start to be the presence of you now, without trying to change it. I find that as, so my video just stopped, and I had to clear some storage space, so now I'm back, and I'm trying to catch up on where I was. Yeah, so got this. I had this idea that humans are doing lots of work, lots of clearing work, lots of transmuting work with energies, and this is one of the reasons why we're here. We are, and why we are so important. That's because we are like trees. We are with big leaves. We are constantly creating energy, or transmuting energy, and in that way we are intuitively and automatically very very intelligent. We have got that knowing. We know what we are doing, maybe not really consciously, but though some people are, some are very conscious of that, but whether we know it or not, we are transmuting energy, and that sort of mechanism that happens regardless. That is something our bodies know how to do, and we are using the whole of our body. Our body is now being so so lit up with the light, receiving so much light. We are getting a lot of help with this, and so maybe we don't need, and I definitely actually say maybe not, maybe we don't even have to say maybe. Our body, we don't need to constantly think about where am I on the emotional scale, how do I get up that little bit further. I definitely feel that where we are, each of us, is okay, and if we just have that capacity to embrace that feeling that we are in right now, whether it is something that feels positive or negative, or feels difficult to be in or not, if we can just observe it, if we can just be aware of that is what it is, and then let it flow through us rather than trying to change it to be something else. I feel that we will be able to be much more present. We'll be able to embrace who we are in a very immediate way, and be accepting of the person and we are, and tapping into the knowing that we've got. So what I suggest, if you like and want to try this out, is to really just like practice during your everyday, just this feeling of going with the flow, more being in the present, more observing your feelings. Say for example, even if you feel angry, it's just to feel it, just to be aware of that's where that feeling is, and just let that be as it is and see what happens next. Because what I'm sensing is that it's just going to flow through you, and you'll be able to engage more fully with the present, with releasing all the energies that the light that's coming down is showing. Lots of things that want to be released, but they're sort of being held down because we are trying to do away with them in a way where we do not really want to fully experience them, and we just want to forget about them, or we just want to sort of say, oh, that's okay, and then not deal with it. But if we just are able to feel into the various feelings that we got moment by moment, and transmute them, let them flow through us, and let that be okay, then I feel that we will be able to embrace our moments, our everyday life, in a much more flowy way, and accept who we are, and and tap into our knowing more deeply. So I'll stop here, and then I'll just let that sit for a little while, and then I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.